take a look at the revenue review. This one's going to be different because on my alt account, I had to buy another copy of the game and transfer over a bunch of characters, and so they're gold on the second account, my crafting account, doing blues, green PvP, and doing profession gear. It's going to be far less, so the graph is going to be wonky, but we're going to do this anyways. We're going to get into it anyways because it's so good. Awakened Air, sold 400 of them at 33k. I like that. I collected a bunch of these already, so earlier in the week I needed more gold to continue crafting Azurweave bolts, so I collected 130,000 gold in Awakened Airs. Feels good. Those specifically are a little bit different. You're making profit on them each transmutation. You're making about 100 gold, 110, 115. And you're doing 10 transmutations. You can park your transmuter down in the Azurweave, at the Azurweave bolt. The Azurweave loom. Let's get specific. And you can drop those portable tables. The lab tables, I think they're called. So you can leave your crafter down there in the Azure span. Just leave them there. Drop this table. This table costs about 150 gold to craft or to buy. Even if it costs 250, each one of your transmutations is netting you about 100 gold profit. You can use one table for 2 different characters. So you're really only losing 10% of your profit by staying down there. And you don't have to fly anywhere. You don't have to fly back to Valdrakken. You can just park down in the Azurweave spam, and spam those bolts. Just drop one of these tables, craft up the transmutes, collect the transmute gold too. That's 1,000 gold, you know? 1,000 gold profit just in transmutations. I'm here for it. I'm collecting that. What else do we got in here? We got Battalions of the Legion. We got Garrison stuff. Part of the method that I've been doing lately is that I've been teleporting to the Garrison, touching up the table at the Garrison, and then using the Garrison portal to go back to Stormwind so that you're in the portal room. It is beneficial to at least touch your table in your Garrison if you don't want to do cards. If you don't want to craft up all the cards of the omens, at least touch the table. We got Ogre caches in there? Yeah, we do. That's 8,000 gold profit. It just comes out of the mission table. Just let that sink in. You get this profit once a week out of your mission tables. Each week you get one rare mission. That rare mission could give you a huge ogre cache or a medallion. It's so good. Listen, cards of omens are still in the Garrison as well. It just takes a little bit more time to clear out the cards of the omens and craft the war paints and craft the cards, and lately I've just been struggling with that. What else we got in here? We got some volatile lives. I was liquidating life over here. Just liquidating some volatiles. That's 10,000 gold. I don't know. I paid way more than that for them, so that's just getting it out of my inventory. I had too much in my inventory. I'm selling army knives. Let's go. I'm not making a bank on army knives, I'll tell you that. How much did we make on Azurweave bolts, though? 772,000 gold. I like that. Yeah, what I was saying stands true, though, that's not 100% profit. What's coming out of your Garrison is 100% profit. What's coming out of Azurweave bolts is 20% profit, maybe. So while that's a very high number, there's a lot of cost of goods sold that goes into this because you need to buy Awakened Order, Vibrant Wildercloth, Awakens, Fires, and Frost, and all kinds of junk. The Garrisons, once you get your Garrison up and running, it's all profit. So in the Garrison, you pull out a set amount, but if you're doing the Dragonflight crafting, there's going to be a high crafting cost to what you're pulling out in profit. So Garrison's 100% profit, lower amount. Dragonflight, larger amount, 20% profit. You choose your own adventure. So what do we got? 830 in here now. I already pulled out 150 worth of Awakens. Let's take it. Let's book it. I'm booking it. We're moving on to the next character. All right, this guy, pathetic. This guy sells engineering toys and little garbage and tomes of illusion. Listen, 2,700 gold, it's barely worth talking about. That's all I made this week on this guy. Engineering pets, tomes of illusions, random garbage. Get out of my face, 2,000 gold. All right, so the second account, this is the one I had to shift my crafters out of my other second account into my new second account because I wanted the recruit a friend rewards. And I'm extra sweaty like that. So on Thursday, I made that change. We started with 262 on the account. We're sitting at 400 now. So you're looking at 140 in the crafters. It's not impressive. This is a weird chart. This is a very weird chart because of this initial starting point of 70. Somehow 60. I'm not quite sure how that worked actually. So the account opened up with 66,000 somehow. Questionable. TSM, Blizzard, what are you doing here? And then when it registered my actual gold on these three players, it was sitting at 262. And then after 4 days, we opened that on Thursday, we made a little bit of gold here and there. But it's such a weird graph. It's kind of embarrassing how dysfunctional this graph is, but next week it should have normalized. We're sitting at 140 on this. We're sitting at 980 on my other account. So we're sitting at, what is that? 120? 1.12, 1.22, 1.12. 1.12. It is what it is. Not great. But I also missed 4 days worth of sales here. It looks like this was averaging out to about 35K of sales each day, which sounds about right. 35,000 in profit each day on just these three crafters is pretty sweet. So in 10 days, I have 300,000 gold on them. And in 30 days, I have just under 1 million on them. That sounds right. In the beginning, this was crushing it, right? There was not a lot of competition in all these little buckets, and this was just crushing profitability of like 400 to 500,000 a week. Now it's kind of normalized down at 200K, around 200K per week, which I'm fine with. 200K profit is a lot of profit. I'm logging on to this once a day. I'm not doing it in the morning and in the evening anymore. Just log on once a day. That'll give you time halfway through the day for the markets to reset. All those little revenue buckets may reset. And then you sell those items for like 5,000 gold a piece instead of 200 a piece, which is a big gain. It's worth it. So post it once a day, post it for 12 hours, let the market reset, and just do it once a day. It's really not complicated. Listen, I got some more games to play, so that's the revenue review. We're sitting at 1.12, and we did that whole account swap, so now we have a whole another fresh second account. What a nerd! Just a nerd dude over here. I'm gonna go play some games.